You know I gotta say this just one time to get it out of my system. Excellent! Shout out to Jbf Music and Guitar for that awesome riff cover. So Bill and Ted Face the Music is the third movie in the Bill and Ted franchise that I'm surprised even got made in the first place. Back in the first movie, Bill and Ted are told that their band is so awesome that they're gonna write a song that unites and saves the entire world. Cut to 2020 and it turns out that Bill and Ted have had a severe case of writer's block for the past 30 years, and with the end of the world right around the corner, it's now time for them to get their act together and, well, face the music. Now, something that I love that carries on from the first two films is the strong chemistry between Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves. Their back and forth banter is just as entertaining as we've seen in the other films, and you could definitely tell that they were having a lot of fun with this movie, which in turn made it fun for us. The big catch is now it's not just Bill and Ted anymore, because now we have their daughters who are caught up in the mix going on their own adventure. Which, by the way, big props to Samara Weaving and Bridget Lundy Payne, because the whole time I totally bought that they were Bill and Ted's kids. They got the same goofy characteristics as their dads, but they're just a little bit smarter. And if I gotta be honest, their side of the story, their little segment, the side quest of the movie, was probably my favorite part of the whole story because it was a total callback to Bill and Ted 1. The only gripe for these two is that I wanted to see more of them. The whole movie is mainly focused on Bill and Ted, and yeah, that's what we came here for, but I felt like the movie just baited us with these really interesting characters who we didn't really get to see enough of. Seriously, would not mind at all if they got their own movie. As far as the rest of the film goes, it pretty much has the same charms and flaws as the other two movies. What I mean by that is while the story is entertaining, it's also very ludicrous, corny, and all over the place. The runtime is only an hour and a half, so the whole story is just zipping from segment to segment at warp speed. Not to mention that it is very predictable. Like if you've seen the trailers, you pretty much know what's gonna happen because they give the whole story away. But it's not about the destination, but about the journey. It's nothing groundbreaking, and it's definitely not going to win any Academy Awards. But what I love about this movie, and really the whole franchise, is that it knows how ridiculous it is, so it embraces its stupidity. I mean, two dim-witted friends go on a time-traveling adventure to write the greatest rock song in the world. Like, what's not to love about that? With these movies, you just sit down, turn off your brain, and watch a cheesy, over-the-top adventure. It's a Bill and Ted movie. Now, do you need to see the other two films? No, not necessarily, but given the amount of fan service in this movie, it would be way more satisfying if you did. It's probably the weakest of the three, but it's still a solid addition to the franchise. If you love the sheer stupidity and weirdness of the first two films, then you're gonna love this one. If cheesy movies aren't your thing and you take your movies way more seriously, then you should probably stay away from it. That said, I thought Bill and Ted Face the Music was a most excellent sequel and a great conclusion to the Bill and Ted trilogy, so I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. So, if you've seen Bill and Ted Face the Music, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Feel free to share this review with your fellow movie buffs, and like and subscribe to keep up to date with my new content. So be excellent, party on, and I'll see you next time.